In the world we live in today, it's rare that we are given a film that falls under the category of timeless. Either the movie is bad, decent, or good. However, the quality of cinematic masterpieces are unreachable more often than not. Today, I'm going to give my top 3 films that I feel are fantastic, original, and most importantly, timeless. Number 3, The Thing. In my opinion, this John Carpenter spectacle released at the peak of the horror genre, and proved to be near flawless film to boot. It was so good, more than 2 decades following its theater release, someone in Hollywood decided it'd be cool to do a prequel. We won't discuss that now. Its cast, practical effects, and the setting created a terrifying yet captivating story that had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Definitely a masterpiece. Number 2, RoboCop. Okay, so Detroit was really captured well in this flick. Sure, it has improved since then, at least I hope, but RoboCop follows the fundamental basics that make a timeless film. Despite taking place in the future, we follow the career, as short as it was, of Alex Murphy, a man who on the first day of his job, working for the Detroit Police Department, was brutally taken out by the crime boss Clarence Bodiger and his goons. To sum it up, Murphy was not able to get back on his 2 feet and was taken to a corporate business, OCP, where he was transformed into a cyborg we know and love, RoboCop. The movie centers around RoboCop looking to reacquire some semblance of the human he once was, and ultimately getting revenge on the criminals that systematically tore him apart. A beautifully directed, acted, and executed blockbuster that I still watch to this day. And finally, number 1, Back to the Future. Before I sum this movie up, A, I know this movie doesn't take place in the future. The second one did that, and pretty well, might I add. And B, I'm not talking about 2 or 3, simply the first film. This film takes us back to a simpler time of the 50s. It has action, has the brilliant performances from such actors as Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, and has some of the best storytelling that not only 80s films, but the history of cinema. Heart-wrenching moments involving Marty and Doc, George and Lorraine, hell, even Marty and George, make this film as timeless as they get. On a side note, I even went to see this film again in theaters in 2015, the same date that they go into the future at the end of the movie. One of the greatest films of all time, for sure. What are some of your favorite movies that you would like to classify as timeless? Let me know below, and have a nice day.